Yeah, Padmaji, you can begin.
Oh. अंतर्ज्योतिर बहिर्ज्योतिः प्रत्यग्ज्योतिः परात्परा ज्योतिरेव ज्योतिः स्वयं ज्योतिः आत्मज्योतिः शिवोऽस्म्यहम्. I am the supreme light of awareness, illuminating the outer world of objects, inner world of thoughts, and deep sleep state. I am divine light of the nature of auspiciousness, Shiva Swarupi. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. He who guides you on the righteous path is a guru. When a parent or teacher or a friend or an animal or a bird or a plant conveys message of righteousness, they embody a guru. A guru's knowledge encompasses the creation, maintenance, and transformation at all times. A guru represents the voice of the Creator himself in showing the righteous path for all beings at all times. Voice of the divine is revealed through the message of the guru. Om Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru can guide us to the supreme knowledge of that which pervades all the living and non-living beings in the entire universe, namely Brahman. I salute such a Guru. Narayana Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmad Acharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Beginning with Narayana, through Adi Shankaracharya in between, and up to my own preceptor, I bow with reverence to the entire tradition of preceptors. Beginning with Sadashiva, through Adi Shankaracharya in between, and up to my own preceptor, I bow with reverence to the entire tradition of preceptors.
Thank you very much, Padmaji. Welcome to all the divine Atma Jyotis. Hari Om Priya ji, Hari Om Satya ji.
Hari Om Vijay ji.
Hari Om Vijay ji.
So, in our the new tradition that we are beginning, from this week we'll be having initially a presentation about one of the Rishika, and Padmaji has graciously agreed to be the one who is starting that tradition here in our group. So today she is going to present about her choice of the Rishika. So I hand it over to Padmaji. Padmaji, you let me know when you want me to change the slides.
Yes, sir. Hari Om, everyone. So I went through when Prabhuji mentioned about our this year's study on Rishikas. I started researching on them. not much photographic evidence was available as to how the Rishikas looked. Most of them are artistic impressions. So I collected a few photos which I knew, to be a little bit authentic compared to the artistic impressions. So as I was researching, I found that in Rigveda, there is a mention of 30 basic Rishikas. And there are many more in the other Vedas as well. But the main contributions in Rigveda, where the Rishikas are mentioned with names and also the words they have contributed to. It would be, very nice if somebody could, do the research of which are those particular shlokas and what do they mean, things like that. Because it was very interesting to know that during those time, even the not only the boys but the girls also were given all the Vedic knowledge, and most of them were enlightened and contributed so much to our tradition, culture, and to the Vedic scriptures. So I will begin. Sir, you can start the slides one by one. Yeah, so the basis of my studies, I started with these basic questions, like who are Rishikas and how many Rishikas are there. As far as the number of Rishikas are concerned, it is not restricted to 30. 30 is what we find in most of the research that I came across. But there are more than 30. And there are also few saints who are not even documented in all this. So those study are separately. This Rishikas basically, which I could track, was related to only our Vedic scriptures where they have contributed. And most of them are daughters of many great rishis who have contributed. That is one thing. Who are Rishikas? For that, I found that Rishi is a common word for any person who is, contemplating and is enlightened and who is, researching on the self. Whereas Rishikas is something, a term that we have come up because we need a female equivalent for a Rishi. But as such, there is no word as Rishika. They are also termed as Rishi only. Then I thought that as we explore each Rishika, we can delve into what is their teaching and what is their contribution to society, and also their life story if we can find any. So that is how I went about it. I'll go to the next one. Yeah, so like I said, Rishi is a man or a woman of contemplation. So that explains that we don't need to, there is not like a word for Rishi, It is, Rishi is a common thing for a man and a woman. So the Vedic mantras are the records of the spiritual realization and experiences of the rishis. So most of these teachings that have been imparted by the rishis or the rishikas, they have experienced it during their deep meditations sessions. So that is how powerful their meditations and their knowledge was. And during the Vedic period, women have complemented and supplemented their male counterparts, whether it is the wives of the rishis or the daughters of the rishis. So it was interesting to know that. So
Ratnaji, do you want us to ask any questions then and there, or wait till the end?
No, you can wait till the end. If I know, I will contribute, or it is also a question for us. I mean, it is good to take it up as a question.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. I'll move on then.
Yeah. Yeah. So how many Rishikas? So the Rigveda mentions about 30. Out of which the names that I have mentioned, like Lopamudra, Apala, Kadru, Ghosha, Vagbrahmini, Paulomi, Yami, Indrani, and they have all contributed a lot. So these are some of the names that have been found in Rigveda. Samaveda, there is Nodha, Akrishta Bhasha, and Sikatani Vavari, and Gaupayana. Maitreyi and Gargi, Kakshivati, Atreyi, and many are there. And I have not mentioned in this the names of the saints, like I mean Akka Maha Devi, or Meera Bai, or many such saints are there. I have not even taken up the the recent ones, like Amma and many others like Amma. I have not explored that in this slide because this is the first one, so I stuck to only the Rishikas. So my research, I am be presenting about Gargi today. So Gargi Vachaknavi was born during 700 BCE, and she was the daughter of Rishi Vachaknu. And she was also one of the Navaratnas in the court of King Janaka. And she was also called a Brahmavadini because of the knowledge of Brahma Vidya. And she was a very famous seer, and she is also honored as a great natural philosopher. She composed several hymns that has questioned the origin of all existence. However, when I started researching on the verses that she has actually composed, I couldn't find any material that I could research on. So if anybody knows or is aware of such things, you can please share and we can add it to the slide as part of researching on Rishi Gargi. Yeah. So this is to the left, it is Rishi Yagyavalkya, and he is also one of the very learned gurus of those times. And there is a very famous debate between Rishi Yagyavalkya and Rishika Gargi, which happened during King Janaka's rule. And this has been recorded in the scriptures and Upanishads. So we'll look into that now. So in the court of King Janaka, he had these debates very frequently, and a lot of great scholars and intellectuals were part of his court, and one of them was Gargi. So once during a Rajasuya Yagya, King Janaka organized a debate, and then he decided to donate 1,000 cows with golden horns to anybody who is winner of that debate. And Rishi Yagyavalkya was also present, and he because he thought that no one could defeat him, he just ordered his disciples to take the cows to his ashram, because nobody could contend against him. So then Rishika Gargi, she said that how can you, she questioned on the claim of his supremacy, and she challenged him to a debate, which he accepted. And it went on for hours, after which, Rishi Yagyavalkya, he acknowledged the greatness of Gargi's knowledge and wisdom. So this debate is extensively narrated in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. And this whole, the debate between her and Yagyavalkya is there in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. A few sites I found, a few, the narration that is given as what are the questions that Gargi put up and how did Yagyavalkya address it. But I didn't take it up as I was not sure of the authenticity of the exact dialogues. So that maybe we can go into research in that. And she has composed many verses in Rig Veda. However, like for Lopamudra and all, it's mentioned which verse exactly if we research on her. Like that for Rishi Gargi, it is not mentioned which are the exact verses. So that is something to ponder upon. And her philosophical views are found in Chandogya Upanishad.
Is that the presentation?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah. This is all I could gather as of now. So the interaction part between her and Yagyavalkya Guru, I wanted to put it, but I was not sure of the authenticity, sir, because when I came across a few sites, in few sites it was given differently. However, I also, one thing I wanted to point out is, in one of the sites, I found that Yagyavalkya Rishi acknowledged the debate and things like that, but it is not clear like who was the winner of the debate. Because Gargi also accepted that Yagyavalkya Rishi was someone who was so knowledgeable that he couldn't be contested. Similarly, it was, I think it was the greatness of the knowledge for both of them that the debate is inconclusive. I feel, it cannot be said, because as he is also a great guru, there is no way he would not have accepted her views, because he's also our guru. So what we have learned from his teachings is, he had two wives, Maitreyi and Katyayani. So we know that Maitreyi was somebody who would always indulge in debates with him, because she was also equally enlightened, and she would always prefer knowledge over anything else that he could offer her in terms of as a husband also. So he was somebody who acknowledged women even at that time. So I think that the result being inconclusive is better than saying that male is a winner or a female is a winner, is my take on it. Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you very much, Padmaji.
Welcome, sir. I don't know if this is enough, but yeah, if we can add more also, it would be great, I think. Because as I went into it, I mean, it started becoming like an ocean, but then there is no authenticity. Like, how do we establish that whatever information has been given is authentic? Because I also went into some of the articles, I went and read the comments, and some of them did not agree to those conversations and things like that. That's why I didn't take the conversation itself as part of my slides.
So certainly understandable that there'll be many such confusion.
Yeah.
So therefore, the way you have done the narration in terms of some main events, autobiographical events, that is one definitely good thing.
Yeah.
Another thing that we ourselves can also pick up is whatever you feel is the relevant conversation, bring those relevant questions. So through those questions, we can also deepen our understanding.
Yeah.
Whether it is authentic, whether this is exactly what Gargi said, maybe can be a matter of intellectual debate or historical purpose. But we can always look at those questions and understand.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's what I thought, that those questions were very, interesting to even read. So I thought that can be a separate kind of contemplation thing. I'll share it with you so we can put it in the group and maybe we can think over it. And
There is also in the YouTube, you will find Chinmaya Mission has done some fantastic thing called as Upanishad Jnanaganga. You may be aware. Are you aware of that?
No, I have not. I have seen many videos of Chinmaya Mission, but I have not done this. I have only watched him in conversation or.
So, Gargi and. So, Chinmaya Mission has done I think 52 or 54 series, Upanishad Jnanaganga.
Okay.
So, it's a fantastic series where, they have brought many Upanishadic teachings through stories. And they have picked up in many of their stories particular rishis such as Gargi, Yajnavalkya, Satyakama, Jabali. Very well done. So, for example, this particular video, right?
Yeah, it is about Gargi. I came across this video,
Yeah.
but when I looked at the second video, no, I couldn't find the tracing to Chinmaya mission. So I thought maybe it's some television. They did some program in television, I thought. So yeah.
This entire program was done by Chinmaya Mission.
Okay.
Yeah, Upanishad Jnanaganga. You will also find, I think there must be some other place where you will find all the things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look into it,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. These will also be helpful. Then couple of other questions, of course, others can also please ask.
Yeah.
One is, could you get into the root of the word Rishi? Could you get into what does Rishi really mean in terms of the root of the word?
Actually, Ru means, sir, to get, knowledge and, get rid of the ignorance is what I saw. But I can go into deeper. I found it in the Wikipedia also, the explanation for that.
Yeah.
And one article I found about, someone had written about why why we are using the word Rishika itself rather than Rishi. So I lost it when I was moving a house. So I will get back to that, and I will do this thing. I'll mention it also as part of the slides.
Very nice. Then the next question I have is, does the word Gargi itself mean anything?
That I have not explored, sir.
Okay.
I only came across that she is called as Gargi Vachak Navi because of her father, who is Vachak Navu. Yeah. But I didn't explore the word Gargi. I will do that as well. Yeah.
Sure.
Most of the Rishikas I find is they take some of the names from their fathers. Like there is Angirasi. So she is the daughter of Rishi Angirasa. So like that, most of them are taking their names or their gotras as well. So that is one thing. So I'll add that as well, the meaning. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. I'll make a note of it. I'll revise this slide, and then you can post it in the group, sir.
Yeah. What about others? Satyaji, Priyaji, Saravananji, any questions to Padmaji? Or any feedback?
Yeah, please give the feedback. I mean, if we can, if it is more interesting to add more pictures or something, or maybe dialogues or verses, that will be, I mean, we can look into that. I mean, I tried to look for pictures because, this is more like reading a document or something. But that's when I came across that, most of the pictures are artistic impressions of Gargi. I found a lot of different, kind of pictures for her. So that's why I just took one. That is also an artistic impression only. And that's why I chose Akka Mahadevi as the initial picture for the Rishikas itself. Yeah. Because that was like constant, whoever had posted the picture.
Okay.
In fact, Padmaji, to start with, it is really good start, I would say, because we know nothing. When we know zero, any addition to that is meaningful. So it's very
actually I was surprised, Satyaji, very surprised to find even this much information about when I started, I couldn't find much about her. I just found her name and all that, and everywhere this debate about between them would come up, but nothing concrete more than that, the details and all that.
So I feel in fact learning about the life of Rishis or Rishikas, though it is important, what we really want to indulge in is the spiritual aspect of it. So whatever questions you had, as Vijayji said, I think if that
I'll share that. Yes, because the
authentic or not, we need
teachings
not even
are important. That's what I was so what.
yeah, whether it is authentic or not, it is fine, but the question still remains the same.
Sir, Satyaji's screen is frozen, right?
No, we can hear her. Maybe it is at your end, Padmaji.
Yes, Satyaji, you were saying something. Can you repeat that? Because for a second the screen froze.
No, I was saying more than, I mean, though we really want to know their life and everything, the spiritual questions or the conversations which they had, in fact, we need to delve into those questions. So whether they are authentic or not, it's fine. But the question still remains the same. So we can still, have that as a question among us, and we can really discuss. That would be a really good input.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I'll add.
At least, learning so many things that, spirituality is neither meant for male nor female, and enlightenment is beyond gender.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that very fact shows that it is not for an age group. People think that only after 50, 60, we have to sit and get into all this. So neither, it is neither age nor gender nor nationality. So that is exactly what the beauty of this whole journey is. It's nice to know so many things about people who existed.
Yeah,
but
sure. Thank you, Satyaji. I'll call this into point.
Thank you.
Thank you, Satyaji. Priyaji, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. Padmaji, the slides have come out very well, and the informations whatever gathered are very informative. If we go into Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, the few scriptures, we may get some questions regarding the narrations, right? That also we can.
Correct. Yeah. We can find
Brihadaranyaka Upanishad text. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad texts are available from Gita Press or something. So those questions we can get it. And Vijayji, can you go back to the slides like where she has collected few informations on Rig Veda and Samaveda? Yajurveda, we didn't get any Gargi.
Yeah, I couldn't find actually. I was finding out in all the Vedas, but these are the two Vedas that I could find the names and all. But wherever I found that there are more than 30 is what I found.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah, because I compared some of the names given in other sites. So some of them were repetitive, although they didn't mention which Veda they have contributed towards. But the general thing is, I found that it is more than 30, exclusive of all the saints and other enlightened women of that time, So this is, what information is there? If you put Rishikas, then it is basically the Rishis' daughters, wives, or who have contributed extensively to the Vedic scriptures. Not as such enlightened women or ladies who are also still contributing and are present in this day as well.
No, this is good. Like Vedantic, whoever has done their contribution to the Veda from the Rishi part. That after finishing that, you can go to after that saints like Akka Mahadevi or Mirabai.
Yeah, actually, Priyaji, I have prepared a list of that also, and I have also done a bibliography of where I found that information, so that later on, if we want to look into it, we can. I'll share that also with Vijayji. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, Padmaji, nice contribution.
Yeah, also I've one more thing, sir, I wanted to add is when I looked into all these, I found like different states also in their own culture have some great saints, which others may not be aware of because it is very particular to that state itself. Yeah. For example, if you look at the Tamil Nadu, you have Andal and you have Avvaiyar. So one of the, I had watched that Avayar movie when I was very, very young. And I couldn't even understand that kind of Tamil, you know, it is so pure that we don't speak that nowadays. So it is interesting that how, you know, she just because she didn't want to get married, she requested, you know, Ganesha to make her an old woman, and suddenly from 18 she turned into 80-year-old woman. And that's why she's named as Avayar, because Avayar means actually, you know, like party. She's very, very old.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is a very interesting thing between her and Muruga. She was a very great devotee of Lord Muruga as well. So
okay,
those kind of things will be very interesting to research. Similarly, I think I found someone in the state of Andhra Pradesh also. However, I didn't understand the language. So if we can take up, you know, our own state thing also, a lot of people will come up like that. I felt.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Saravananji, what is your feedback?
Yeah, I think, so definitely good start. Like already I got some knowledge about so many Rishikas who have been there, and like now I'm more interested to know like how they contributed, like what was their contribution. Right. I think even a small small start on their contribution maybe will be very helpful. See like, and how they how they lived, and like what was their teaching. Right.
Yeah.
And we can get those details.
Yeah. Do you want any other thing to be part of the slides, Saravananji?
Yeah, that's what I I would like to capture, like maybe 2-3 slides on what was their contribution, and like
teachings, you mean?
Teachings,
definitely.
And like,
yes.
And what led to them and to that state, and how they, like in this case, like you have given a good info on the debate. Maybe we can go deeper into that.
Yeah.
So Padmaji, we can do this way also. See, now that you know you've given a good start. So for example, now we can decide, okay, we will continue to learn more about Gargi. In the next session, maybe you know, someone can volunteer to bring us the debate between Gargi and Yajnavalkya. So and they can contribute to the same deck. So that way it can continue to grow. Yeah, correct, sir. Yeah, that's what I also thought. To begin with this basic slides, and then whoever wants to add to it, sir, it will be good.
It can be a teamwork where
correct.
They can contribute to one Rishika.
Okay, so then I'll just add these questions. So who would like to volunteer for the next week to continue? Is this okay to continue with Rishi Gargi for next session also, or do we want to pick up any other saint or Rishi?
No, we will continue.
We'll continue? Okay. Yeah. Excellent. Then
I'm very sorry about all these technical things. I don't know, you will find all this, I mean, if you look into it.
No, Padmaji, this is excellent work. Really nice.
Because, you know, I was, for me, I was like, you know, I can even record maybe voice of all this rather than, you know, this was another learning for me that, that I'm ignorant in this field.
So that is why, you know, any project, no, will remove our ignorance. No problem.
Correct. Yeah. And thanks to you, sir, for sharing that Mahabharata slide with me, because most of it I just edited and I used your technique of that copy paste or whatever.
But that I told you, it's an open secret.
Yeah, I think it's only a secret for me, sir. I mean, you know.
All right. So did we get any other questions? So discussion between Gargi and Yajnavalkya, root of these words. Is there any other question that came up that we need to?
No, only these 3 questions is what I noted. I think mostly it is more everybody were telling about the teachings and the dialogues only. So that is the main area that we can focus on.
We can focus on
the
right?
root word Rishi and Gargi, I will have it. I will share. I will add it to the slide.
You can add it to this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also the dialogues also, whatever I came across, I will add it as part of the slide. If somebody else finds anything else also, they can add it. And then we
so
can
that
take it
can
up.
be the focus of contemplation for our next session.
Yeah.
So who would like to volunteer? Does anyone like to volunteer to take that up? The conversation between Gargi and Yajnavalkya and bring that information. Priyaji, is that something that you would like to take up?
I'll try to take up the information, but for me, the next week promising is difficult.
That is okay, no problem. We don't have to worry about that. If you need more time, what we can do is, for the next week, we can even introduce maybe another saint. So see, one is, we also need to cover some amount of breadth and some amount of depth. So it's not necessary that, we need to always only focus on keep going deeper. So that way we can, like, for example, Padmaji introduced, a local saint. Like that, we can also pick up another. So Priyaji, if you think you need more time to bring the discussion between Gargi and Yajnavalkya, that is fine.
Okay.
Then meanwhile, for the next week, do we want to introduce one another saint or
yes,
one another?
Sir. I think that is a good way to go, sir.
Okay.
We'll take up another saint as well.
Yeah.
And we can continue the research on her as well, like you said. Yeah.
Does someone want to pick that up? Anybody that you would like to bring up? It can be from the list that Padmaji is going to share. So Padmaji is putting together the list. I'll get that and we'll share that. So you can either pick from that or you can pick one of your own, which is not necessary in the list. So now that Priyaji is going to do this little more research about the Gargi and Yajnavalkya, does Satyaji or Saravanan want to pick up anything else? Am I audible? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me look into it.
Okay. Again, please, if there is a time and any other kind of pressure, please do let us know. We don't have to feel stressed about it. So if no one is volunteering, I can put some information together for the next session. So like that, we can just among ourselves.
I will also, sir, I will also continue with some other Rishika also, and I will put in the group.
Yeah.
So if somebody else is doing someone else also, it's fine. We'll continue it on.
Yeah. All right. So once again, thank you very much, Padmaji, for giving us a great start.
Most welcome, sir. I learned a lot. Thank you.
This is really nice. So let me stop this recording.